and gentlemen, good evening and thanks for watching the news. We open today's edition in Tanzania, where President John Magufuli has dissolved parliament to allow for election in October, pledging a free and fair vote in the country, where the opposition has decried a climate of fear and violence. He urged all political parties to avoid insult and violence while campaigning. The constitution requires that the 393-seat legislature be dissolved ahead of the elections. It comes just days after Tanzanian opposition leader Freeman Mbowe, who has announced his intention to run against Magufuli, was allegedly beaten and hospitalized. The vote is to take place in October, but the precise date has not been set yet. Due to the coronavirus pandemic that has ravaged the globe and its socio-economic and political agenda, Niger has envisaged to postpone general elections scheduled late this year. The idea emerged from a meeting between the political parties and the Independent National Electoral Commission, CENI. The leader of the CNDP party said in a statement that the CENI realizes it cannot return the biometric electoral register in time for local elections. The reason being insecurity, logistics, and the COVID-19 pandemic, according to the Electoral Commission, promising, however, to do everything possible. The opposition, which already shunned the decision by the CENI, refused to take part in the meeting. As a prerequisite for its return, it establishes a national dialogue in which Niger's living forces and the international observers should participate. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, a murder investigation started into the death of a top judge in the embezzlement trial of Vital Kamerhe. Raphael Yanyi actually died of stab wounds to the head, the Justice Minister has revealed. In his statement, he detailed the result of an autopsy that was carried out on the body of the deceased that was found dead under very suspicious circumstances on the 26th of May. Police has reported a heart attack at first. Several days later, media outlets questioned the theory, saying he had perhaps been poisoned. The statement released by the Justice Minister discards both theories. It confirms that the cause of death was not natural and also say traces of toxic substances were indeed found in the body. He added the autopsy seems to point towards the violent death. An investigation has now been opened for murder. In the race to find a cure for the coronavirus, a cheap and widely available drug can help save the lives of patients seriously ill with the virus, UK researchers say. They have found that a steroid called dexamethasone is a major breakthrough in the fight against the deadly virus. Experts say the drug could curb the risk of death by 1/5 patients in oxygen. For those in ventilation, it reduces death by 1/3. Dexamethasone is said not to help people with mild symptoms. The anti-inflammatory drug has been used since the 1960s to treat various conditions, including arthritis and asthma. Known to be safe in low doses and relatively cheap, scientists say the world could benefit immediately. The initial result has been welcomed by the World Health Organization, while the British government has already given the treatment a green light. As Europe emerges from lockdown and fear grows of a second wave of COVID-19 infections, governments are in a heated race to clinch a coronavirus vaccine that can halt the pandemic, with one pharmaceutical company claiming it may be able to supply Europe with one as soon as October. AstraZeneca has signed a contract with 4 European powers for pre-order of hundreds of millions of doses of a vaccine it's developing. Germany, France, Italy, and the Netherlands have joined forces in a bid to accelerate the production of a vaccine in a scheme in which they are inviting other EU countries to join. At the recent donor summit, EU and world leaders pledged billions of a vaccine alliance. They also made lofty commitment that any vaccine will be made available to all nations. And in the US, after 2 weeks of being accused of not doing enough from the protest ravaging the country, President Donald Trump signed a new executive order on Tuesday encouraging police departments to adopt the highest professional standard. The president banned chokeholds of the kind that killed George Floyd, but still allows use when police officers' life is threatened. Set up a national database to track police officers using excessive force, provide funding for better training, and provide social workers with officers. Democrats in the House of Representatives and Republicans in the Senate are preparing competing packages in policing changes as U.S. politicians seek to respond to mass demonstrations over the death of George Floyd and many others Black Americans. Thank you very much for watching until we come your way again. Do take care and stay safe.